Hi guys. I feel like a piece of crap again today. I just want to crawl back in bed. I'm trying to keep myself awake because not yesterday, the day before, when I crawled back in bed, I felt worse getting up. Does that make any sense? Not better. Even though my body's tired. As you can see from my video yesterday, I went to Costco. I thought I was feeling better. And I was in a way, but as soon as I get home, I had to go to bed. I was so tired. I don't know if this is a COVID thing. I don't have any tests. All I know is I'm really tired. And it's not and I have a headache. This morning, I get up, made my coffee, jumped on social media, and discovered that Silas's school was delayed 2 hours. Well, the whole board, the board canceled all the schools for 2 hours due to the wind and trees down and power outages and things like that for today. And I thought, well, my head is killing me. I'm just gonna, because I opened the curtains when I got up in the morning, right? But I'm gonna close the living room curtains again. Close the living room curtains. And as I was closing them, I was thinking to myself, I just want to close these curtains and keep them closed until the holidays are over. So that tells me my state of mind is not the greatest and my mental health is going down. I just don't have the energy, and I'm hoping it's just the sickness, whatever it is. My ears are clogged up. My nose is not too bad this morning. I'm not sniffing and snotting. My head is sore and I'm energyless. But so I think it's a combination of a piece of crap, physically and mentally, maybe. And it's been a while since I've done a mental health video. So let's just jump in and read the reflection for today, December the 17th. How I spend my time and energy during the day determines how I'm going to feel about myself at bedtime. True. If I use my time and energy in constructive and creative ways, I feel good about myself. If I have wasted the day in procrastination and negativism, I do not care very much for myself. When I am indecisive, I tend to procrastinate. If I have spent the day worrying about the past or the future, I have wasted energy, which leaves me physically but not mentally tired. I can choose early in the morning how I'm going to feel late in the evening. This is so weird that this is the reflection for today. My God. So, do I force myself to do things today? I don't know. I had a lady coming over today to look at some of the babies I have for sale. And she was coming over and I reached out and said, it's going to be the weekend. It's going to have to be the weekend because I really don't know if I have COVID. I don't know what's going on, why I'm so tired. I just don't have the energy to talk and show and tidy up and all those things. So I canceled that until the weekend. I hope she'll be okay with that. Hopefully. Anyhow, guys, I wanted to jump on here. How are you guys doing with your mental health as the holiday approaches? I know a lot of people tend to really struggle with the holidays as they approach. They feel overwhelmed, maybe undeserving. maybe not a good parent if they can't provide maybe what their kids want. They feel torn between this place and that place. They feel that the only time maybe people come around is at the holidays. um, who knows? And maybe some people just don't have family anymore and would do anything to have that hustle and bustle and busyness and stuff like that. I know when I was a kid, I felt torn. And as I grew as an adult, I felt torn between my parents, my partner's parent, and my own home life. And you want to keep the traditions. But then in a way, as my different bouts of depression came about, I just wanted to stay at home. So it was hard for me to run to my mother's Christmas Eve and Christmas Day for a meal, and then my husband's mother, and then when I had children, trying to kind of create sort of a tradition for them, but the tradition ended up being going to Nanny's Christmas Eve. And I know a few years I said to my mom, I'm just staying at home. I know it was bothersome to her, and I understand and appreciate that now as an adult who has an adult child. It's hard. But I also do not want my children to feel pulled and obligated and that they have to do this or they have to do that, you know? And now that I'm with Trevor and his kids and my kids, we want to make a meal and help my mom out by having a meal at my house so she doesn't have to go through all that as she's getting older, and it's a lot on her, and invite people over here. And that's kind of what we've decided we were going to do for holidays. Trying to figure out the dates for that is a little bit kind of messed up. And then the whole mess when you have like an estranged sibling who you've reached out with olive trees and olive branches, whatever you want to call it, and it's just not reciprocated. And then you finally say, like myself, like, fuck it, I'm not doing it anymore. And so there's a lot of things that are in play over the holidays. And then we think about what is the true meaning of the holidays, Christmas, right? And it used to be really bothersome to me in the fact that it was all commercialism. And when I had a deep faith or faith at all in Christianity, I was irritated by the fact that everybody is doing all this stuff when it really is about the birth of Christ. That's what the holiday is about. That's why it's created. And as I don't have that faith and belief anymore, it's strange to see so many people get so wound up and excited about commercialism or giving gifts and stuff. It's like you're forced to give a gift because of the commercialism back and forth. And then people are going in debt. I know I used to go in debt, put in my credit card, try to pay it off the rest of the year and all this sort of thing. And several times our families would say we're not giving adult gifts, but it wouldn't work out. Or several times we said we're just going to pick a name and do it that way, and it didn't work out. And just to ease, I don't want to say burden, but to ease the kind of financial pressure on people. And if you have all kinds of financial monies, and the pressure is not as bad, right? You know, you want to give. But you also don't want people to just come around because of that. You know what I mean? You want them to be involved in your life all year round and not just the holidays. And so the holidays are hard. They're fun and exciting for kids, but they're hard. You know, they're hard. And I don't really understand, if you don't have a faith in Christianity, why do you even celebrate? Like, what are you celebrating anyway? Like, and then the other part is, I am tending to look at it like it's a great time of year to get people to come over and have a meal, right? And that's fantastic. People can come over and have a meal, and you get people together, and it tends to be the only time besides funerals and weddings, and not even weddings, the funerals, that people get together, right, and have a meal together and spend some time together. But then the whole pressure of gifts goes in there, and what to do, and all this sort of stuff, and how to do it, and it's just, how do I verbalize what I'm trying to say? I don't want to sound like a Grinch, because I don't consider myself a Grinch, but maybe some people would consider myself a Grinch. I don't know. I just feel it's always the intent on what's behind your doing. And if the intent is basically because you feel obligated, that's not genuine. And if the intent is you're putting yourself in a financial burden, I don't want anybody to do that. I know what that's like. I just feel spending time together is the best thing. And when your kids are small, of course, it's Santa Claus. And if you do share that with your kids, I didn't want to, but I ended up doing that. If you do share that fictitious character with your children, it's lots of fun during those times. I sound like a humdrum, don't I? I'm sorry. Don't watch this video if you're if you don't want to, be humdrum, bah, humbug, Scrooge, Grinch. Maybe that's what I am. But I know historically my dad didn't like it. I don't think my brother, well, one of my brothers don't. The other one, I'm not really sure what goes on with him. As I said, that's an estranged thing that, I'm done trying to kind of do anything about that. And in actuality, accountability is on him. I did nothing but hold him accountable. And when you're not held accountable very often, it doesn't go over very well, does it? Anywho, enough of that. This is public stuff. And that's okay. Let it be public stuff, because it is what it is. When my dad passed away, I told my dad, bygones be bygones, everything's going to be fine. And it didn't turn out that way. I know that's one of the things that he wanted to see. But I'm all about acknowledgement of where you effed up, and acknowledgement on how you treated or didn't treat another person. And it should always be like that ever since childhood. And it's hard as an adult when people they can't say, I effed up here, I did wrong, I should have done this, this is where I went wrong, or this. They just continue to, and there's many, many people that I've known in my life, right, and continue to know, who continue to place blame elsewhere, and they never look at themselves. Like, they never hold what is their role in this? I know my role. What is your role? What's your role in the situation? Pretending to just place blame. And it's really sad how you go through life like that. What's wrong with saying, yes, I effed up, I did this, I did that, I wasn't in a good space, you know what I mean? And I try to do that with my kids, even though there's a lot of things, especially with my daughter, that I'm just not proud of, right? But I acknowledge it. I'm not going to make excuses for it, but there's nothing I can do about it. So I have to move on. I have to acknowledge it. But I wasn't in the greatest headspace most of the time as she was growing up. And so that was not the best mothering, of course. And so, I think that is part of recovery. It's mental health recovery, acknowledging things, acknowledging if you have some sort of addiction, acknowledging where you effed up, acknowledging that you're not the greatest parent. Don't blame it on your kids. Um, you were a kid once. You remember what it was like. You're mixed up and confused, but you're supposed to be mixed up and confused at those tender ages, right? You're supposed to be trying to figure out how you're going to handle life and stuff like that. I mean, there is a day you start to really become accountable and look back and think about how you were. But anyway, I'm getting on a total different area of discussion. I just want to say, everybody, I don't know how you're feeling out there. I don't know what life has dished out for you. I just want to say it does and will get better. I really feel that it does. But it also involves choices on your end, right? I never made some of the choices I did, which was to leave a situation that wasn't healthy for me, despite all my beliefs that I must be in that situation until death do us part. If I did not make those choices, I would continue to be resentful, angry, miserable, and place those on the people around me. And that was unfair. That was unfair. So you have to take care of yourself. You must do that. And I'm in a good space now. Do I have bad mental health periods? Yes, and it is right now. And I think it's the holidays and it's all those things and memories and not having my dad around, and all those different things do creep up, and the pressures, right? You know. Anyway, guys, have a happy, happy day. Um, all we can do is take each day as it comes, one day at a time. Sometimes it's take each minute, take each second as it comes. That's all we can do. And always remember that you can make a choice. You can make a difference in your life by changing, doing something different. It could be small, it could be big, it could be little. But if you're not happy with the things that are going on now, you do have to make an adjustment, right? You do. I mean, you can't just wait around for someone else to make those adjustments. You have to, in your mindset, in your direction, in your thinking, in your decisions. And that never ends. It never ends. It continues through your whole existence on this planet. So, um, thanks, guys. Happy Tuesday. And have yourselves a fantastic day. Bye.